Behind every strong community is someone willing to build. Hello, and welcome to Thriving at Altitude. I'm your host, Dave Donahue. Join me high in the Rockies as we explore conversations with entrepreneurs, community leaders, and local business owners who are building, growing, and thriving right here at Altitude. Welcome to Thriving at Altitude. We have our local legend, Ollie Holdstock, with us today. And we're going to be here talking about Route 6 Cafe and Lounge and some of the stories about what Ollie's been doing in the Valley. Thanks for being here today.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I'm very flattered to be here, actually, to tell my little story of my life living in Vail, Colorado. I came out here in the early 80s. I don't know if you want to know how I got here. I did, actually, when I came to the States. I had friends in Oklahoma City, strange place to perhaps start off.
Yeah.
As I traveled in America, people told me it was such, but I did enjoy living there at the time. Anyway, from there I traveled. I traveled to Florida and all the way to San Diego, looking for a place to call home.
Cross country?
Yeah, I went to 31 states.
All right.
And I didn't realize how cliche it was, but a Volkswagen camper. I went across the country in a Volkswagen camper. And I did discover Aspen first. And I really enjoyed that place. But I traveled from there to California. Then I met some folks that I wanted to learn how to ski. I'd never skied before and just loved the Colorado vibe. Just driving through here and spending 3 months in California, in Aspen.
Yeah.
3 months. It was a very, very, very pleasant time for me. Anyway, so from there I went to California and I was going to come back to Aspen and met these folks. They said, go try Vail. Yeah. So I drove out to Vail. And then this is the true story. On Arosa Drive, my beautiful Volkswagen camper, the transmission broke and it's stuck on Arosa Drive.
Oh, no.
So I couldn't leave if I wanted to. I didn't want to leave, but I couldn't make it into a funny story. I had no choice. I couldn't leave if I wanted to anyway, you know. Anyway, from there, I just, I stayed in Vail, and I loved this place. I learned to ski. I love the restaurant business. I love this community. And being in the restaurant business for so many years, I skied almost every day.
Amazing.
And that's my life, skiing, mountain biking, and going to good concerts with this kid right here.
Yeah, he's taking advantage of the good life.
Yeah, I think we've done a few dances together, me and Dave, haven't we?
We have. I've gotten a wonderful opportunity to, be part of Ollie's scene and
good,
be up
man. Yeah, you're good. You're good on that bass. You're very chill up there. I love when you come into town, into the bar, you have that wonderful chill vibe, dude. Which what Vail's about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to be. Anyway, I just run into it really fast is the fact I skied every day, and I didn't want skiing to become ho-hum. And after pretty much 18 years of skiing, it was time to look to buy my own business. And I bought my own business. I bought the old Eagleville Cafe 25 years ago.
Yes, by the gas station.
By the gas station.
When I first moved to town, I definitely had some memories of coming in and you had that little outdoor area and just gas pumps and then meatloaf. Really good meatloaf and great breakfast.
It was a good little vibe, that place was.
It was a good vibe.
It was a really interesting place to me. And then from there, I just, now I ski, I skied 5 days last week, but I don't ski every day anymore. And that gets me excited to go. Yeah. I never wanted skiing to become ho-hum.
4 or 5 days is still a lot. And,
that's a lot.
And you find something you love and it's not ho-hum, right? It's the factor of just being here.
Everything becomes the same old thing in life, but how much does one enjoy doing the same old thing? I love riding the chairlift. I love walking through town, my skis over my shoulders, high-fiving locals or high-fiving the strangers they go by. They're sitting down, and I stick my hand up. They'll always high-five you back. And I always
absolutely.
When I start my day off, tell them I walk by in the parking structure, have a good day, enjoy your run, and I like that happy vibe that skiing brings to our town.
It does. It brings a lot of people here, but then the locals that know what the good routine is. So it's not a routine. It's not working in a cubicle. It's not doing something that is.
It's a different routine.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of folks don't get it.
Yeah,
but we do get it.
Yeah,
and
gravity.
That's
and snow.
I have this funny story. Like when I tell people on the chairlift, and I always talk to folks on the chairlift. I'm very friendly and very kind, and because I like to hear their story. Then they ask about my story, and I tell them. They're always impressed. I've been there for 43 years almost now.
Yeah.
And I go, when I first moved to Vail, it was different. I said, everybody here had either hiked Everest, You know, they kayak the Grand Canyon. They skinned a bear. You know, they'd all done something radical.
Some major
And
overachievers.
outdoors,
The
they were
happening.
just riding to Eagle's Nest for the lunch hour. I just blew my mind. And I just wanted to be one of these people. And I stayed around and I became one of these people.
Yeah, here you
and
are.
I'm proud to be, you know, one of the happy, grumpy all locals. I'm a happy, living the happy struggle, I call it, living here.
And now, since 2021, you're American now.
American, man.
You're American.
American. Very proud.
Yes.
I'm very proud American. I'm very patriotic. I don't talk politics. Everyone has their own points of view.
Yep.
And I've discovered in England we can talk politics and no one gets offended. In America you can't talk politics. You can't even give a point of view, even if you don't agree with that point of view.
Right.
You can't. So
You're right.
So at my bar, right, at the Route 6 Cafe, there's three things we don't discuss. It's religion, politics, and Bale Resorts. That's one.
The third one, I wasn't sure where you're going with that, but
And that's when we were being discussed online right here, right now.
we can talk about it without talking about it. And I definitely have traveled a bit and been in Europe, and what I've noticed is there's more, without again going into anything too specific, there's more of a when you hire someone as your leader, then you check on them, you know, and then you really there's more of a, you're not just hiring them and then just like set it and forget it.
Right.
The Europeans seem to have a little more of a hire and then like, how are we doing? And
Yes.
it's like a little more of a feedback loop.
It
So I can see
is.
where in England that might be super relevant, where you have
is. I
people
go-
who just are ready to stay involved in what's happening. Whereas here, I think people just check out or they become hyper involved in what's happening.
Yeah.
And you don't really have that middle ground a little bit.
Checking out's the best way to go.
Yeah. And people just aren't involved. So like, how do you get more people involved? That's the mystery of life. And here it's just, again, we don't know yet. Things will evolve as they evolve. Life will go on. And being up here again is kind of and I've lived in cities. I've lived in places where it's more hubbub and more action. And here's a nice balance of some action and then some really quiet times where
It
you
is.
enjoy those quiet
Yeah,
times.
some folks complain about what's happened, but change is change now. What's the key to happiness is acceptance. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Take a smile.
Yeah.
Go out there, don't complain about it. Ain't going to change a thing.
I love that.
You know, so I say this one thing like, you know, you can be broke and angry or broke and happy.
That's right.
You're still broke.
That's right. Excuse my voice, take a little froggy.
Be happy. I've been many times in my life being broke, trust me. And owning a business can be challenging at times. One weekend you're rich, the next weekend you're broke, you know. We all live the same story around here.
Yeah.
That's what brings us together, I think, to a degree too.
We have the choice to be joyful or miserable. I mean, it's really and if you're stuck in miserable, you're just a bad manager of yourself.
It's
Right?
true,
You know,
man.
and it sounds harsh, but you know, if you're a bad manager and you're not managing what's here, then that's gonna play a big role. And
It's how you look at life.
how you look at life.
It is.
Yeah.
It is, you know.
One of my favorite gurus who I like to talk about is a guy that says basically, if you get a cell phone and you have it for 5 years, do you read the instruction manual on the 5th year at the end? And your first 5 years, you're just pressing buttons and don't know what's happening? No. And so that's the same thing here. Like the inner engineering is to kind of
It's true.
know how this works first and then be able to.
I can tell you one quick story. I'll make it fast here. But
please.
I was driving a friend of mine to the airport a couple of years ago. We're driving to Eagle, and I'm on the right-hand lane. I'm doing 78 miles an hour. I know I'm going that fast because I see on the hard shoulder some guy is just hauling ass. I don't know how fast to go. 120, 150. I know it's fast as it can be.
Really dangerous.
And I say to my friend, look, check out this person coming here. So I'm here. There's 2 cars here and a truck there. This car, I remember very clearly, he comes inside. He comes in front of me, zooms, goes off, and just takes off. What's your reaction, right? My person, the passenger said, crystal meth, MF, call the cops. They're going to kill somebody. What an ass. I said, perhaps his house is on fire. Perhaps his little boy is terminally ill in hospital. Mm-hmm. Wish the gentleman luck on the way. He didn't flip you off. He didn't hurt you. He's breaking the law, not you.
Right.
So wish him well along this travel. two perspectives of exactly the same story. Which one's correct? For my heart, the second one's better. It just makes me feel better.
It's the same scenario, but the way that you look at it. And I think we all want to say, how dare him, but at the same time, you're right. And everyone's got some battle that we don't know about. You
have no idea what's going on.
You have no idea. Life, he might be joyriding, but there's probably a good chance that
there's a chance he was getting somewhere fast.
That he has to get there.
And he had to get there fast, So that's your perception.
Yeah.
Crystal meth, MF. Call the cops, dude.
Or wish you a good day and be well.
Wish him peace. Wish him good luck on his travels, and he hurts himself and nobody else.
Yeah.
So that was a good little story.
No, you're right.
I say that one a lot to myself.
Snow is in the same category where if it's snowing and you hate snow, that's the most miserable, gray, long day for you, and you don't want it to touch you, and you want to just be cozy. You can't go outside that day. And then the other people, snow is a mecca. Snow is a release, cathartic.
Embrace me with the snow.
Exactly. So that's another topic like that where it
is.
You just don't have to look at it all the same, but it sure does help when people see the positive side of it.
You have to really look at life positive. And I tell you, owning a business.
Yeah.
I mean, I love my business, and I'm very successful, and I'm very proud of how the Route 6 is looked at in this town, and I know that's a fact. I get it all the time. But it has its challenges. You know what I mean? My guests, they know my challenge. I wear my heart on my sleeve.
Yeah, we've been through the journey with you.
People know who I am.
Without being you, but we know what's been happening.
Yeah.
And
but like I say, it's a happy challenge. Again.
Yeah.
You have to make it what it is. And it's, again, I got one little story I'll share.
Please.
It's about a year and a half ago, and I was having one of those days like, Dan, the restaurant's great, but I haven't paid those bills and blah, all that stuff that comes along running a business. I have almost 30 employees at the time, you know what I mean? Anyway, I was at Walmart, and I'm feeling like a bit like, God damn it, sort of day. And I bumped into a friend of mine who had terminal lung cancer. And I'm talking to my friend. His name's Todd Novak. He was in Vale in the early 70s. I came to Vale. He was a good local fellow, very well known and respected him. All the stuff he bought into at Banderas for years. Anyway, I saw Todd and we started talking. And what was his conversation? Going to the next chemotherapy. Maybe it might work for me as an experimental thing. And all my worries just disappeared, bro. They just disappeared. He would love my problems. He would love the fact that perhaps I was overdrawn for an hour, or perhaps somebody quit the job. He would trade all my problems and embrace them all with love and with affection, because that's your life. Yeah. And trade his deathbed for my problems. They're not problems. It's your perspective of life again. And I use those two things a lot, especially Todd. Wonderful guy. When you think you're having a tough time, you say, if you're healthy, you can have 1,000 problems. If you're ill, you only have one. So you only have one, is your health.
That's right.
And you only can affect two things in your life, how you treat yourself and how you treat others.
Yeah.
Be kind to life.
Yeah.
I'm a jerk too. Sometimes someone brings the bar down and hits me on the head. I'm not always smiling like.
Yeah, you got to have a protective mechanism. That's, living with restaurant and bar and
that's how I run
nightlife.
That's how I see my business, man. I've broken up so many fights in my life.
Right.
Yeah. And here's a little Ollie story. I'm in England. I worked for 8 years in a chemical factory.
That's right. You told me that.
Yeah, I did from 16 to 20. And there's another perspective of life.
Right.
You think the snow's bad? I close my eyes and drive to that factory in the rain.
You could still be there 40 years later doing the same thing. Can you imagine?
I open my eyes and on the chair out, there's a bit of grass sticking through. I can ski around the grass. I'm just fine with that.
Right.
So again, that's all the perspective of life, So I forgot I was going to go with that story.
We were talking nightlife and bartending, breaking up fights.
Right.
Yeah.
So I came from a bit of a rougher area, factory in the suburbs of the docks of Liverpool, not far from that part of the world, Yeah. Everybody talk with like Scouse accent. They talk like that. Davey, how you doing there, lad? When I go back to England, they think, what doing, Ollie? What's wrong with your voice? You sound dead different now, And being over here, being quite Americanized, you know what I mean? But my point is that, one last little Vale story. I learned really live music here. Yes. And I really learned the Grateful Dead vibe.
Yes.
I learned that vibe. And that vibe, I know it has a bad vibe with other people about all the drugs. It's not about that. It's about the vibe of the people. And the Grateful Dead taught me that to hug a person, to hug a man, was far more empowering than to punch a man.
Yes.
And I learned that, and that's become my Vale motto too, and I learned that here too. And I like all those things I've learned here. And they're all my little Vale stories that I've learned to appreciate life through the life that's the Colorado Vale and America has given me.
I've had a good run with Grateful Dead culture in my life as well.
Dude, it's fun, dude.
I got to see about 80 Grateful Dead shows
You
while
did?
Jerry was still alive.
I only went to see 8. I was a late bloomer, dude.
And then I got to see about 20 Jerry shows, so I'm kind of in that 100 area.
That's great. I've been to how many Dead shows, cover bands, at State Bridge.
Sure.
Dude,
Oh, yeah. Oh, State Bridge.
Oh,
yeah.
they were
There's
good
some stories
days,
there.
weren't they? Oh, yeah.
But the Grateful Dead really had a unique community. They had a unique
family
family that was different than anything like modern music I'd ever seen.
I remember I went to my first Dead show, and there's all sorts of people, all shapes and sizes and all ages, and nobody was there to seem to show off. They were just all there, and this big sight guy sat down beside me, like a 3-foot Zeus hat on, and he had like a little baggie of something. And he asked me, what you want tonight? And I bravely said marijuana, And we just chit-chatted, and this guy was the most friendly, gave me a hug and walked off, and I'd never been around that environment before. Some cat doesn't know me with a Dr. Zeus hat, just wants to sit down and talk to me.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
People were really friendly. There's a fun party vibe. Yeah. Some people get carried away, like in any party.
Well, sure.
But not the overall feel was.
So all those vibes, I do bring to the cafe.
Yeah.
I do bring that to Route 6. Like on the back of the stage, you got the Jerry painting.
Love that Jerry painting.
That Jerry painting was painted by a friend of mine I met in my second day in America in Oklahoma City. A guy called Brett Riggins. He's not here anymore, a great piano player. So that's got some history, that piece of artwork.
That's really cool. When I think of Oklahoma City, I think of stereotypes sometimes. And I've been there, and, it's definitely like cattle town and, it's a little more country station maybe popular. But then you always have a few people who are, against what everyone else is doing in a good way too. But
I worked in a really cool club. It's called Club Dax.
Okay.
And a lot of musicians were there. Bands were there. So I was lucky. The little slice I found of OKC was really kind of the hipper crowd, And here's the funny story. When I came to America, I went from my hometown of Chester, went down to London, lived in London for a year, down in St. John's Wood area. I had a market store in Covent Garden Market. That's another lovely story. But when I came to America, all my clothes were London, hip. I was 24, dude.
A picture in the new wave version.
I remember when I was in Oklahoma City, I had a pair of green boots zipped up to my knee. I had a gold bandana around my neck. They must have thought this little gay guy from England pulled up. But I made a lot of friends there. But when I left Oklahoma and I traveled in America, and I found Americans were very friendly and very open, and so often they would come up and mention the shoes I was wearing or the jacket I was wearing. So it was so different back then.
So different than what everyone else
when
was
I told, then we talk about that. Then I found out that people weren't really promoting. They didn't like Oklahoma. So when I found that out, when anybody asked me where I got my clothes from, I said Oklahoma. So I'm walking around in Carnaby Street clothes from London, telling people from LA and people from Florida, I got these clothes in Oklahoma.
Good double take.
Just to give them like a bit of a.
It's important to break the stereotypes, and we all have them. But no, I guess Oklahoma's got some. It's a big city now. It's Oklahoma City's metropolis now.
Probably.
So any metropolis is going to have every flavor under the sun in terms of
But where
interest.
I was. And then across the way was a club called Stampede. There's like 300 cowboys.
Exactly.
With both belt buckles on and the ball hugger jeans on and all doing the side.
Bigger the belt buckle.
It was so unique for me, dude. I loved it. And I came to America to spend literally, I don't know, maybe a few months, and that's been, what, 40,
you came for just a few months, right?
44 years.
Yeah.
The first, you want to hear about the first words I was said to me when I came to America? Once I got through immigration, which is a bit of a challenge, but I got through immigration. And I walked into Dallas Airport, and I got my Adidas bag. I still got it, right? My sister bought it for my birthday when I was 20 years old. I still got it now.
Never goes out of style.
And I walked, and this little black guy walks up to me, like friendly. I didn't know what friendly was really to a degree. And he goes, "Hey, mister, what's that stand for in your bag?" I said, "What?" He goes, "All day I dream about sex." And he skipped off. That was my greeting to America. That's 100% truth. All day I dream about sex. Welcome to America. Now I tell kids all day I dream about skiing, snowboarding, soccer, sports. So I've used that.
Bring your own ass to the picture.
Bring your own ass. But that was literally, I swear to God, my first interaction with an American person when I came to this.
That's hilarious. And you knew when you got to Colorado, you had traveled. I've actually been to 48 states. Yeah. No Alaska or Hawaii, but and I've got to see everything. But I still feel like this wins. And when did you know that this wins for Ollie?
Because when I went through Colorado and I spent time in Aspen and I spent like another 6 months traveling,
Yep.
We never saw a Colorado plate. It made my heart pitter-patter.
Yeah.
I just felt like, I want to go back there, I want to go back there. There's just something, you know the John Denver song? You know the first words to that song? He was born in the summer of his 27th year, coming home to a place he'd never been before.
Was that about you, Ollie?
I was in my 27th year. I moved here when I was 26 to Vail. I was in my 27th year. So when I hear that song, it puts goosebumps on my arms.
Yeah.
He was born in the summer of his 27th year. Yeah, so another Colorado. And I saw John Denver skiing in Vail, getting on the old Vista Barn before. I was like,
did you stop him and say, "Hey, I was 27"?
He was like a few chairs ahead. Like I didn't want to be like one of those,
No, of course.
John Denver,
I bet he would want to talk to you.
He had a maroon one piece on.
CB, maroon one piece.
It was probably a CB, dude, yeah. So they're fond memories of coming to Vail, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. So
absolutely.
Yeah, when I came to town, I got it. Vail was small back then. It was very small. We were just sitting on the old Children's Fountain in Vail. There used to be a wall around there. Just sitting down, me and my girlfriend, and this guy walks up, and that's what we were doing. And he just gave us a tour of the town. We became friends, and he took us around town, and because town was so small, we got to know the town in the first week, pretty much.
It's amazing to see the pictures and see like Nottingham Ranch and see like the big American sedans that are like 23 feet long, pulling into a ski resort with skis on the top. That's pretty incredible. Rear wheel drive, station wagon. Pulling up.
Yeah, you look at those old pictures, it makes your heart go, oh man, those days were lovely. Yeah. These days are lovely too. It's just different.
It's changed. There's more industry, there's more professional services. It's not just a ski resort and a few restaurants and hotels anymore.
No.
Especially down valley, and that really helps with having a community too and having families grow up, kids grow up here, families. Places like Eagle, places like Gypsum that are changing so much too.
It's added to our community, but Vail is changing.
Yeah,
Red Line's going.
Yeah, there is some of that. The old guard is passing, and
is it true that the Evergreen Lodge is getting knocked down too?
They've been saying that. I feel like they've been saying that as they meaning like I live here too, and just
I hear that it's getting knocked down. I was told
they've been trying. There was something tied up in lawsuits for a while, and there's a whole story there, and. I think if you look in the Vail Daily and do some searching, there's probably years of stories of that trying to change. It's double-edged. Like when we had 8150 here, I was lucky to move here right when that was still around. What is Solaris?
Those days.
And there's just some amazing bands that came in there. This is a venue where the whole stage would rock. The rumor was there were tires under the girders, for some reason, the parking structure underneath was bouncy.
It was bouncy.
And literally you'd have to like follow your mic on the stage with where it was bouncing so you didn't lose yourself.
And if you're dancing, you got your off beat on the dance as you're going down the floor.
Yeah, because the crowd can never clap in rhythm, so you think they can dance in rhythm, and everything starts going opposite. But
we have nowhere like that has a venue that can.
Yeah, there's a few around. And that's leading us to the next subject, which is, Route 6 really does have a great stage and a great place where bands can come together and DJs and Latin night and karaoke night and Sandman's still doing some karaoke right after all these years.
Sandman is good. He knows his stuff. And I've watched him do it now at my place for 15 years, and he's improved. His vocals has improved.
Yeah.
I mean, he knows every song, doesn't he? He sings a different song every week because he's doing it 7 nights a week. He is really good. And he's been my strongest financial night for many years.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Something consistent through all the changes.
Yeah, people line up to come to. That's one of the reasons I changed the remodel on the restaurant.
Oh, yes.
I took the dining room away. I took one of the dining rooms away. I brought in some more pool tables.
Yep.
I took the dividing wall away.
That open concept is big, and I think people used to like smaller rooms that can heat them better.
They used to.
But now it's really nice to see, from experience, be on the stage, look across the whole venue, and just gives it that open feel.
You engage.
And reverse, when you're in the audience or playing pool, you look all the way across the bar, you can listen to the band, be really close to the band or farther away.
Yeah.
And so it's nice having that openness.
And then I got the dining room, the far end, the sunroom dining room, which kind of hides you away from all the music to a degree if you want a bit more privacy. But the place when you walk in now, and the sports TVs, they're really successful. It's a good place to watch all the games.
Yeah, come watch the games. Football season's probably the most popular, but
it is.
You get Olympics.
Of course.
You get
that was good following.
That was great.
We've got the World Cup coming up.
World Cup coming up.
And with the major games, I put them on the sound system. Put the game on the sound system, and it's like you're at the game. I put it on the speakers. We have a good sound system now.
Yes, I agree. Yep. Dennis has helped with that, I think, right? Or you've had some other engineers come in and help a bit.
Well, Dennis Lahart came on board a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
And it was a great addition for me.
Yeah.
Great for the restaurant.
Yep. He's a character, but we all love him.
He's a musician.
Exactly.
He's a clown like the rest of us.
He's got a place to put his pile of drums on the side. If anyone needs drums when they're coming to play, you can rely on him.
But because of him, he's really helped the nighttime business. Because he's a musician and he kind of gets the vibe. And I'm running the business, the breakfast, the lunch, doing the books. I didn't have that much time to really promote the nighttime. But the nighttime has really come on. You walk into the dining room now and you walk into the 2 pool tables. Some of the old regulars are a bit shocked when you walk in.
Yeah.
But the vibe is very energetic when you walk in.
I agree.
It just is. It was a roll of the dice, but I'm really pleased I did that. It's kept my head above water. It's been a very tough year for businesses.
Yes.
Because of the lack of snow.
Yeah.
Et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
So that's really, really helped keep
a cycle.
Afloat.
I just had an idea. It's always interesting, like how people travel to Route 6 and get there. And, the bus is a pretty good system, but like maybe there's some other shuttle company in their future somewhere that can.
Well, the bus is free, isn't it?
I think it's changed. Yeah. It didn't used to be.
It's free.
Yeah.
And so you can go right. There's a bus stop right outside the restaurant. It goes, right outside. Going east and west.
Yeah.
So it is easy to get there. And the buses do come every half an hour.
Okay, great. So then, because we used to have some other like party bus type companies that would come by.
Are they still around?
I think some of them have changed.
Turtle bus.
I think they've gone down to like maybe one bus for like seasonal because they were rocking it for a while.
They were rocking it for a while. They had like 3 or 4 buses, didn't they?
Yeah. I wonder if there's any way to bring something like that back in a way that helps the community without like making a company go broke, because it's tough to manage that kind of business
you're asking a lot. Like to do a route, sometimes 2 people jump on board, next year there's 20 waiting.
Right, that's true.
It's a tough one. Though.
Okay, so we're back to EcoBus. Probably is the way to go.
Works, and anymore like this 40 jump in a, I am right in the middle, aren't I? Between Vale, I am perfectly located between Vale and Beaver Creek. So
central.
Uber, it's only 5 miles each way. It's not that bad.
No, that is great.
It's not that bad at all, Yeah, but I do think the sound system has really, really helped.
Yeah, no, it sounds great in there.
Yeah, it does.
And it's opened up, and there's a comedy night. There's a, Vale Theater Company night. Like this is generally, I don't have any. This will air, evergreen, as we like to say. But just you have all these activities that are happening.
I'm very flattered that the Vale Valley Theatre Company really want to do shows at my place. We've done a lot of shows there.
Yeah.
The comedy shows, you get up and you tell a story. Forgot what they call that.
Oh, yeah, the Storyteller series that Liz runs.
That's really,
and they have a podcast studio right here where we are as well.
That's really fun. I did one once.
Shout out to the chat box, yeah.
I told a story, which a trip to Belize was a funny story. That's a long story. Too long for this.
Okay, no problem.
But it is a good story. That's a good one. It's a good
There's a really good Latin community that's been coming in and doing nights. Diego's got one of his bands, right? And,
Well, on Saturdays we do the Latino nights.
okay, that's
Latino
the DJ.
We're busy. And, they're not tourists or the J1s. Of course, some of those folks are those folks. But
Yeah.
overall, it's our local Latino
Yeah, and that's important to bring
following. Yeah.
bring that community in.
Wonderful.
And then you have a lot of locals that show up, but there is also a strategy with how the visitors show up. And I think they want to go where the locals are having fun, and they want to go with their, maybe they're coming from a city or coming from a different place, different country or different culture, and they want to come in and see a little of their music, and so you have every different kind of possibility that can happen.
Yeah, I mean, my place is old. It's an old ski bar. There's not many places in town. They're all painted grey and white and black. And my place.
It's rustic. I mean, it's a happy dive.
It is. It's a clean, happy dive.
It's a clean, happy dive.
I spend a lot of time cleaning that place.
No, of course.
And when the ceiling leaks, I just tell guests, you can't buy character like this. You know what I mean? Like, the snow is dripping on a guest head sometimes.
There was a couple of years where I worked in that building and worked upstairs, and the upstairs is the same. It was like, can this building really still exist?
No doubt.
But in a way, it's got that, because it's got a classic feel, it's got character. Exactly. And then if they tore it down and built the Solaris, it would never get you know what I'm saying? So
You can't.
there is that throwback charm to something like that.
It's not. It's like one level above a dive bar, like one level above a greasy spoon.
You don't want to know what's on the bottom level.
Whatever it is,
Whatever's down there.
whatever that level.
If you go to Route 6, don't go downstairs.
I've got a studio downstairs, and I got my punching bag just in case.
All right.
I've got got to punch and run.
Right, if you need to get some energy out that way.
I'm fast at running.
I believe it.
Yeah, I'm fast at hugging too, like I said before. We never have fights at the bar.
Yeah, no, it's been great.
It's a very peaceful place.
I think Dennis too, being there, going back to him, he's got a presence, and just I think people are respectful. I mean, sure, people might be overserved sometimes here and there, and have some arguments or whatever, but. For the most part, everyone looks out for each other, and
we're very family friendly too. Yeah,
exactly.
When I have a family come in for dinner or for breakfast or for lunch, and I see the kids of a certain age, I see them in the lounge. We got free shuffleboard.
Oh, yeah.
It's $1.25 for a game of pool. I got one of those, there was cranes.
The claw.
The claw.
Those are fun.
Yeah, the fluffy doll line.
That's $1. As long as no kids try to crawl into the machine, you're good.
No, I saw one.
That happened down in Denver.
One of my locals.
It was the same machine or the same kid that went into fire department came in and saved him, and then like a week later he was back in there again, just playing with the dolls, trying to get some dolls.
That great?
Yeah.
That guy should move to Vail. He'll fit in there pretty good.
Once he gets to age, he's coming up here.
I'll hire that kid.
Right, exactly.
He'll fit in perfect in my place.
Oh, that's great. Any other events or like any motorcycle ride events or anything? Ollie's a big enthusiast, or maybe has been in the past.
Oh, I ride motorcycle a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, I ride motor. I mean, in the last 4 years, my least mileage in the summer has been 13,000 miles, and my biggest one's been 19,000 miles.
Just in one summer?
One summer, dude.
I ride.
Wow. I ride. A couple of years ago, me and my buddy, we rode up north, and all the way as far as north as we go in America to Highway 2, went across, and we then came down to PCH. We went to, I think, 13 different ski areas just to check them out. It was summertime. Yeah. Just to go to the little ski areas, man. And I can spend a lot of. I like my motorbike. It really
amazing.
It's good for your focus, man.
Yeah, no,
They say when you get older, you're supposed to do something that keeps your mind sharp, right? There's nothing more keeping your mind sharp than going around a bend, 100 miles an hour. You ain't blinking. You ain't
65 miles an hour. 65, right? Yeah.
Well, on the racetrack. I have been racetrack.
Ah.
Yeah. But we have racetracks around here. It's called 131. The police, I've been stopped 11 times by the police for speeding and let go 11 times.
There's
my key, and I hope the police aren't watching this. If they are, I love you all. But when the cop stops me, first of all, I've got to get my helmet off, show him an older fella, and if I can say, "Constable, let let me explain.
That's your way out.
If I can call him constable, I guarantee you, the big guy is gonna.
It changes
the old
everything.
guy's calling me constable. He has to smile, doesn't he? Like and I do. So literally, like so. Isn't that's kind and friendly, like
Yeah,
it's kind and friendly.
That's true. That's a great way to approach it. The international advantage, the international accent advantage.
Constable, let me explain. Like,
that's
they
great.
look at me like, what's this guy like? You know what I mean?
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, because when you're in your leathers, I got badass leathers, and I got a helmet with the black visor.
Yep.
Me and my buddy, right, we were the same age. We ride fast, and we pull over, like, and we sit on the side of the road having a cup of coffee, just chit-chatting, and you see the cars go by. We just passed 10 minutes ago. They go like, Ethel, look, a couple of old guys, those guys that passed it on the sport bikes, a couple of old guys, like, and we wave like and see like little, it's funny.
That's awesome.
It is funny. I get a kick out of that side of my life too, and I'm a big Vale promo. Wherever I go, I'm from Vale, and
Yeah.
People don't like Vale to a degree, and if I go into a bar and it says Vale sucks, I'll stand there and go, I'm from Vale.
Yeah.
Who owns the sticker?
That's great.
I'm obnoxious as can be, and I'll make them realize Vale people are like me, not like the company.
You're a great representative of
Not
what
like the
what the
company.
what the Valley can be. Yeah. With the
what we all
success,
aspire to be.
the politeness, the success, the joyfulness,
lightheartedness of life.
lightheartedness. But you're no pushover, and people know that. Yeah.
No, I don't think. Well, I am. I am a pushover. I say I hired Dennis. I hired myself a boss.
Yeah. No. He is a good boss.
I hired myself a boss.
He won't. No filter. He won't hold back. If you need something.
No, I'm a pushover. Yep. I'm a nice boss. I'm a shitty boss. Excuse the French.
Nah.
Staff like me because I'm a pushover. Like, no, I mean, when enough's enough,
Yeah.
You get 15 write-ups, I probably will fire you.
Yeah, that's a thing, I guess, here and there.
15
But
and you're done, okay?
I have a good memory of all the
you're
different people that have come through over the years and been bartenders and servers, and they have their own community and things they're doing now, and different places in the world they are now. But they'll always get to look back and say, had a great experience there and met so many people.
That's my goal.
Or met their, significant other or spouse or, knew they never wanted to work in a restaurant again and moved on to something super popular.
I've had people want to start there with like, this fantasy of buying their own restaurant within 3 months. You want to buy your own restaurant? Not what you knew. And I want to buy my own restaurant because I must have, God, this went up and oh my God, another thing. So I just share it with my staff. It's not like I'm in the office like me and them.
Right.
It's us.
Right. Food costs, labor, utilities,
I take care of my
building.
staff as good as I can, and I think I do a good job at that. My goal is to have my staff have a really good place to work. I've worked in over 30 restaurants. The most thing you learn at working places is not how good things they do, the things they do badly. That's what you learn, because you'll expect to do the things good. And I've heard most places treat the staff crappy, I always thought. Like with no respect and no understanding, and that game might be one of my flaws. Like, you know what I mean?
No, I think that's one of your strengths, Ollie.
Yeah, they can say it's a weakness or a strength. I take it as a strength.
Yeah,
I do take it as a strength.
Yeah,
be forgiving.
Yeah,
give you 10 cents worth without trying to hurt feelings.
We got the seasons changing. Spring and summer are coming, and then there'll be some new open doors and music coming out of the Route 6 Cafe and Lounge.
You know what's successful? We do trivia on Monday night.
Okay.
Yeah, trivia. Brian Biggs, local fella.
Okay.
Yeah, he had a rafting accident. I can't say when, 5 or 6 years ago. Time flies by.
I would recognize him.
5 or 6 years ago, and he's in a wheelchair now.
Yeah.
Local fella. I've known his mum and dad for many, many years.
Mm-hmm.
And he came to me about 3 years ago and asked me, could he do trivia?
Yeah.
I'm like, dude.
Yeah.
It's so successful. I pay him
amazing.
now. I didn't just pay him. I pay him now. I didn't say that. It's
No.
pocket money. And I cover the taxes. But so he brings in, it's all locals. He brings in his high school buddies. They're all in their 20s. And that's a wonderful, wonderful local event.
That's great.
Is great. And that's putting back to us, to our community. What we do at the Route 6 Cafe, I do a lot of if you need to do a fundraiser or or any service, memorial, anything, I never charge for the room. I don't charge, Of course, I'll charge for the food and the drinks, but I'll generally give you good discount to your local people. You need somewhere to celebrate or to any party of any sort. We're very good at that, and we've done lots of those parties, and I'm proud to do those.
That's great.
And you need to do a fundraiser, I'll raise my hand, we'll do a fundraiser there. And that's a part of the Route 6 Cafe I'm very proud that we can do. Guests thank me all the time. When I do that, they thank me. And I always say, will you do the same thing yourself if you have the location? I got the location for that.
Yeah, you're paying it forward. From being kind, being kind.
I pay it forward. And again, there's not many places in this town you can have a private party or semi-private party.
No, and you got plenty of space.
Cost you arm and a leg, and I don't charge for the music equipment, and you have a party, the pool's free. It's a good place to have a family gathering.
There's a pool.
There's 4 or 6 of them. You can go
dive right in.
You can go and jump in the creek.
And there's a pool tournament too, right? Every once in a while.
Yeah, that's kind of started about 6 weeks ago. I'm glad you mentioned that.
Yep.
It's going quite well, actually.
Great.
Yeah, I don't run it. I just host it.
Sure.
I got a young fella that does it, and he's doing a really good job, and it's quite a good turnout.
It's great.
Professionally done. There's all sorts of rules I don't know, but they have all the rules correct, and they have, on one of our 86-inch TVs, there's like the rules are on the TV.
Exactly.
And it's very well done.
The only thing missing is some darts. 180.
I actually do have a dartboard. You can't see it right now.
Yeah.
I need to dig it out. It's hidden behind the stage. But yeah.
But the pool's really popular and bringing people in.
And it's cheap. It's $1.25 a game.
That is.
They say you average 4 games an hour. It's $5 an hour.
Yeah.
If there's 2 of you, it's $2.50 an hour.
Go down to Denver to one of the pool halls, you'll never find that.
I charge $5 for a beer.
Yeah.
You're not going to find that. And that's my goal, is to, as the veil and everything's becoming very expensive, I actually got rid of the expensive dish and brought my prices down. I charged $16.95 for a grass-fed cheeseburger and fries. That's hard to find.
That's hard to find.
That is hard to find.
Yeah.
And I like to promote that. My food's good. I got proper chefs.
And you have breakfasts on the weekends, right? Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
I did change my hours because of the economy, because of the snow, because of lack of staff. So Monday through Thursday, we open at 11.
Okay.
And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we open at 8.
Great.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday is the full menu. And Monday through Thursday, we still do a breakfast menu, but it's limited. It's like 10 dishes, 10 egg dishes. So we still do the breakfast till 3 o'clock.
And that's always subject to change in the future. If things change, you can change it again?
There's a good chance I will open it again for the summer for breakfast, for the 10 weeks of summer.
Yeah.
Because it might not always be a great money maker, but it's a great place at breakfast. I love working there. It really is. When all the doors are open and the rooms blown
outdoors.
To the restaurant.
Yep.
I really enjoy
Indoor,
it.
outdoor, plenty of seats. How many seats do you have in there, technically?
Oh, well, I mean, I'm zoned for 320 people.
That's amazing.
But seating, about 120 seats.
That's still plenty. Yeah. You don't have to wait online. You can get some good service and some good breakfast on the weekends. And then, like I said, some things might change over the summer and get breakfast earlier or on a weekday.
The entrepreneurial mind, I think I've got one of them. You have to change with things. But I haven't changed my chef. I've had my chef for 25 years.
Ah.
He came with the Eagle Vale Cafe when he was 19.
Oh, okay.
He's still cooking.
I would recognize him too, I'm sure.
Still cooking with me 25 years later.
That's amazing. That says something right there.
That says something about our teamwork. Yeah. We work good as a team.
Excellent. Well, when the Evolution's playing there, my band, which is now nine-piece band, we just added a trombone player, William Gear, and so we got a horn section back. More than one horn. It's great to have.
It's great. You guys, it's a great sound.
Thank
the
you.
brass section. It's so unique, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's no one around here has that.
No, we've been blessed to have that kind of community also with the band, and we always feel
we like having you there.
And it's our home court. That's what I was going to say. It's our home turf. It's our
it is.
It's our spot.
We've seen you guys grow.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen Mauricio really improve in his guitar playing.
I agree.
You've always been good since I've known you.
Yeah.
You've always been good. But Mauricio was kind of a beginner like 20 years ago.
That's a good point. Yeah.
And I've really watched him. He does some good lead.
He stepped up. We have 20 original songs now.
Yeah, he's really into it. I love that side of Mauricio. He's a good guy.
Yeah. He's going to be glad you said this. He'll be watching, I'm sure.
He's good people.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy, if you're watching, love you.
Awesome. Oh, great. Yeah. Well, it's so great to have you here and being part of the community. This show is about community leaders, not just entrepreneurs and business owners, which that is also a key here. But no, really, Ollie is the kind of guy that brings the community together in so many ways, like we've exampled. Whether it's a fundraiser, whether it's a band wanting to play, whether it's comedy group, Vale Theater Company, karaoke night,
Open mic night.
Thursday's
a big one.
Thursday's open mic night.
Bring your guitar or anything.
All those things are available for you at the Route 6 Cafe and Lounge in Avon, in Eagle Vale. And thanks again so much for being here, Ollie. We always love our chats.
I love you, man.
Yeah.
You're a good buddy, dude.
You too, boss.
I appreciate doing this. Thank you. Thanks to whoever's watching and listening. I appreciate you, Chaz.
Yes. All right. Well, join us again next time on Thriving at Altitude. And again, as always, if you need to reach out and you need to reach Ollie or need to reach me, just go ahead and shoot us an email or stop by Route 6 Cafe and Lounge. Thanks again. If you have any questions about any of our guests or want to be part of the show, please email me at davedonahue@kw.com. Feel free to reach out.